Hey guys, Austin here. Welcome to a post-commentary edition of Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. And the last time, we started our adventure with Alm. And in this episode, we're continuing. Now, things changed. I grinded our units in between episodes in the Thieves' Hideout. And there are actually a few fountains you can find.
Look up there. Huh? That uniform.
Oh, who's this?
That looks like a Zophian soldier.
Oh,
Is he
no.
one of Desai's men? Yes. We'll see more of them now that we're nearing the southern outpost. It seems Desai's men have hired brigands to hold the valley for them. This will be a tricky fight. I'm ready.
Yeah, this is the prep screen. You can view the map from here. It's actually pretty cool. You can move units to where you want them to be. For example, if you have tanky armored units, you can put them right in the center and have them tank a lot of stuff. It's especially good in Three Houses when you have one particular unit. Anyone who's played Three Houses will know who I'm talking about.
Take a closer look at that soldier.
Which one?
He's armed with a leather shield.
Oh, so he is.
It's difficult to land blows on him. We could take the shield for ourselves if we manage to defeat him.
Exactly, and that will grant a big boon to someone's defense.
I've got this.
More specifically, a cleric
Come at me, fools.
in our midst.
Stand back.
Just leave it to me.
Just say the word.
The mother walks with me.
Now you have heard everyone's quotes that we have so far. Everyone is gathering, and here we go. But yeah, there are a few. There's one fountain. It's a fountain of speed that you can find in the Thieves' Hideout, and I gave all of it has 3 uses. I gave them all to Silk, and in this particular part, what my aim is. My aim for this one is to give the shield to Silk, and it's actually possible to do. Unlike the clerics in Awakening, in Fire Emblem Awakening, the first entry of the Fire Emblem series on the Nintendo 3DS, Silk is not defenseless. Thankfully. Silk can defend herself. She has Nosferatu, which if that connects, will do something called giving HP to herself. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, there are things I do want to talk about. I didn't just make this post-commentary for the fact that it was pretty late at night when I decided to record this particular part. Yeah, I mentioned in the first part,
You know what to do.
with that little disclaimer, that I'm hoping that this playthrough will showcase how lacking this game's accessibility, the Fire Emblem series, is when it comes to accessibility, and I mean that. This series, while I do enjoy the Fire Emblem series, oh, that feels bad, man. Feels bad, Tobin. While I do enjoy it, and there you see how good Faye is as a mage. And the level up.
It's nice to get stronger.
Oh, indeed it is. But you get to see that. You see that instead of me playing it the traditional way, ooh, critical hit,
I'll never yield.
I am forced to use auto battle. A strategy that I should
feel light on my feet today.
unless you're playing.
Was I staring?
Oh, that's a unique critical hit comment. That is something outside of this particular battle, I've only gotten once. It's pretty rare, I think, but it's a very good critical hit comment that Faye will give Alm.
What was that?
It's really good. Really funny. I remember like, what? When I first got it. Oh, that archer. And bop. But yeah, like, the least they could do was like put in audio cues or something. I don't know what they have to do to make this series more accessible, but the problem is auto battle does not solve every mission. There's the chapter 6 mission in 3 houses. I cannot pass that one by myself. I need help to do it. Anyone who knows what's about, I'm pretty sure you know what's about to happen here.
You know what to do. Well, I do love a good fight.
Yeah, notice that something didn't happen that probably should have happened. In the 3DS games, normally what would happen is the healers would go first and then the offensive units.
What? Really?
But what I noticed here is Gray is pretty much surrounded. So the only way, I had only one way of getting him out of this, and I wasn't ready to show that one way off yet. And then Tobin missed with that first shot, but he hit the second one. I wonder what would have happened if he actually hit both of them.
Look at that!
Didn't matter what Faye done, what Faye did there, she would have fried him in his armor. Meanwhile, Cliff does not have good speed. Meanwhile, if I'd have given... But I was not too concerned with, okay, here's the thing. You might be wondering why I gave that fountain of speed to Silk. Here's the thing. Silk is a squishy unit. She doesn't have that much HP or defense. So you want her to be fast. Not only that, if she goes down and you don't have Faye as a cleric, and speaking of going down, there goes Gray. Good thing I'm playing on casual mode.
Oh, yeah, okay, that hurts. Sorry, but I'm done here. Good luck with the rest of them.
Yeah, I think I was just like, okay, now what am I gonna do? I think it was just like, oh boy, that happened. Now what am I gonna do? Also, you may have noticed my commentary, I kind of chimed in a lot during the last episode. We had 2 versions of commentary. Yeah, I did that because it was during the middle of the evening. I wasn't doing my best commentary wise. I'm gonna see if I can do a bit better. Also, that's been the past few times I've recorded this game have been in the evening.
You know what to do.
And heal.
Yeah, that's too kind.
And watch this. Watch what's about to happen.
Charge! Rush the enemies!
I had the cleric and the mages going for that man with the shield.
Charge!
Watch what happens. So Faye goes. Cliff goes. Silk does not go.
We can do this again.
And there went my entire plan out the window. I was not happy. And the battle ends. So, here's what I had to do. I had to pause and redo the entire battle. You'll see why. I gave the shield to Silk that time.
A victory is still a victory.
And this time, Gray didn't go down.
I'm going to interrupt post-commentary me to say that the reason I went back there is because I wanted Silk to have that shield. The reason? Silk does not have much defense at all. So giving her that shield gives her a bonus to her defense. I am not kidding.
I already went over this, but yeah. Past me, just kind of
Always clear. Still, that wasn't easy.
went over that in an abridged form.
Also, interrupting post-commentary me once again. When I went back and did that, Gray did not go down.
You have my thanks. We'll soon reach the southern outpost, which is under deliverance control. Once we've rejoined our comrades, the fights ahead will become easier.
Comrades, huh? I wonder what they're like. I'm excited to meet them.
We got one of them happens to be one of my favorite characters in the entire game.
Sir Lucas? It's good to see you made it back safely. I recognize you.
Oh, hi,
You were
Keith
stationed at the
Silverstein.
outpost. Has something happened? Why are you here? Forgive us, Sir Lucas, but the tides turned after you left, and we were forced to abandon the outpost. I'm afraid Lady Claire was taken captive.
What?
Desay's men hold her there even now. What? Claire? Gods, how could this happen? Lucas, this is my fault. Lady Claire is new to military command. I should have left her in more
Yeah, she's a
experienced
newbie,
hands.
but she's also a very good unit once you grind her up.
Sir Clive sent you to Ram Village, right? You didn't have a choice. If blame lies with anyone, it's him. Regardless, standing here accomplishes nothing. We need a plan. I assume this Claire person is still alive, right? In that case, we just have to take back the southern outpost and save her.
Exactly.
Hey, that's a great idea. Wait, what? No! How are we supposed to reclaim a fortress from trained royal soldiers? I don't know, but we have to find a way. Otherwise, our journey is already over. Here and now, we make our decision. Will we live our lives as simple villagers? Or will we fight on as soldiers of the deliverance? But okay, good speech. Here. What have we got to lose? Let's do it. Great! Tobin, listen, just stop and think about this. I know it's hard, but try. Claire is a girl, and if we save a girl... Huh? Ivala? I can't believe you're the same man who mocks the fact that I fight for gold. Yes, because it's gold. This is girls. Don't you like girls? I mean, I admit they're not bad. You see? We speak the same language. So you're in, right?
I don't know what to say, except thank you.
Oh, no
You're
problem,
very
Lucas.
brave to do this. The Deliverance is lucky to have you.
Same goes for you, Lucas.
One thing, you may be right that some of the blame lies with Sir Clive, but please, tread soft with him regardless.
Exactly.
Lady Claire is his younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure no one's head is hanging lower than his own right now.
On top of
Lucas.
other things, this is just too much
I'm
for him
sorry.
right now. You'll
You're
see
right.
what I mean in a little bit. And so, the story continues. Get used to the save screen, because you're not going to see it for much longer. So, Yes, Lucas got to promote, so I figured why not do that there. And I was not going to have you guys sit through all of that.
Whatever it takes to see the task through.
And now we have our first tank. And here we go.
Who goes there? More rebels? Ha! Haven't you dogs learned your lesson yet? We're not rebels. We're the deliverance. Everyone, with me!
Watch out. That archer is carrying a powerful bow. We should only send in capable and cautious units to deal with him.
I don't remember what type of bow that is, but we need to be careful here. So, I said I was going to mention this in the last episode because I memed about it last time, but Greg Chun, Lucas's voice actor, is the voice of Ike in Smash, and I think he also does them in Heroes. He also does a few other Fire Emblem characters outside of Lucas and Ike, although I don't remember which ones. This is our first example of a support conversation.
We seem to keep running into each other here on the battlefield.
Yes, well, I was hoping we could get to know each other better. There are so few of us women fighting alongside Sir Alm, after all. And there are many things I wish to talk about that aren't for the ears of men.
Well, I don't think that kind of friendship is for me. Sorry.
Huh?
I'd rather spend time near Alm than stand about gossiping. No offense.
And this is why people don't like Faye.
Anyway, good luck, I guess.
What in Milla's name just happened?
You just got rejected. So that's what just happened. And it wasn't even for anything serious. It was just to have a friendship. Yeah. This is one of the reasons a lot of people don't like Faye. But as I was saying, I'll get to that later. So, Greg Chun is the voice of the main character in Judgment, as well as Namba in Yakuza Like a Dragon. Also, check out the English dubs of those two games; those are really good. He also returns as the voice of the main character in I don't remember his name, in Lost Judgment, the sequel to Judgment. He also voices Date in I or AI, however you pronounce it, the Somnium Files, as well as several other characters that I don't know of.
Oh man, look at these muscles! Who wants to touch them?
I don't. Yeah, this game does indeed have an all-star cast of voice actors and actresses. Starting with Awakening, they took voice acting in Fire Emblem very seriously. And while the voice acting in Fates wasn't as good as it is here, and in Awakening, they still got a good cast in that game as well. Kind of hard to think of things to talk about on the spot, but I do have a few things.
Nice save.
I think we'll bring this up now. So AEW, one One thing I like about, first, let me just say this. One thing I like about kind of post-commentary things is I can kind of talk about other things going on. Oh, wait. Critical hit. And he's out of here. Man, one thing I like about post-commentary things is I can talk about things going on. And another, wow. Critical hit by Cliff.
Who do you think I am?
You are Cliff, and you are doing fantastic. Just wait till you get some speed on you, then you'll really be doing great.
Good one.
And Ohm wasn't doing so great there. But anyway.
I'll never live this down.
AEW, they seem to be doing great now. I mean, they got CM Punk, they got Daniel Bryan. Now back to his real name, using his real name, Bryan Danielson. They got Adam Cole. They got all this. They got all these really. Oh, before I forget, this is Miller's turn wheel. I mentioned it in the last episode. This allows you to turn back time to say you made a mistake, like you messed up a formation in the last turn. Well, you can do that by. You can fix that by moving left and right in the D-pad to move by move, or pressing the R button to go from phase to phase in turn. R and L button to go from phase to phase in the turns, and then pressing A to confirm. Obviously, it's a really handy feature. I'm glad they brought it back as Divine Pulse in 3 houses. Nice work. And you missed.
This is farewell.
And Lucas with a critical hit. This is one of my favorite songs in the game, but it's not even close to the best version. Not even the original 8-bit version in Gaiden is the best version. No, we'll be hearing the next version in the next part. Anyway, yeah. Like you think that would get me to watch, but here's the thing. You think all that stuff that AEW is doing would get me to watch, but no. No, sorry. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Even though WWE has not been all like, I'm just gonna be honest. It hasn't been great, but it hasn't been terrible either. It's been pretty good.
I was sent for a reason.
Also, nice work, Silk. This is the best build I think I've had. I think this is the best Silk has been all my entire in my entire history of having this game. Normally, what happens is she gets wrecked pretty early on.
Outpost is ours.
Thank you, my brave friends. Thank you for everything. I know that my fallen comrades would say the same.
Lucas, I'm so sorry, but we'll have time to mourn later. Right now, we must find Lady Claire. She must be somewhere inside the outpost.
Indeed she must. And that was the last time we saw the save screen was in that battle. This is the Southern Outpost. I'll get back to my AEW tangent later.
Claire!
Lucas, you came to rescue me. Why, how simply gallant of you. Now extricate me from this filthy and unseemly cage at once.
Now, here's something you need to do. You need to find the key by examining. Now, I'm not going to show all of this on screen because you need to kind of look around, and honestly, I don't remember where all you need to look, so I pause at some point, and then I find it. So yeah, that's another thing about this game. Not all of it is accessible. So yeah, you're just seeing me kind of show off how kind of tedious examining things are. And then I found the key. It has a prompt. Do you want to pick this up? And then yeah, we're gonna open the cage. And here's one of the best songs in the game.
The boy will offer a lady his hand.
I think I'm about to say it.
Oh, sorry.
Very good. I say, it does feel good to move about again. I thought I might never emerge from that disgusting pigsty. You have my thanks.
This is Alm. He recently joined us in the deliverance.
Oh, well.
So this is one of the best songs in the game. And this is not the only time we'll hear it either.
Claire. The young man may address me as Lady Claire or Milady.
It's a pleasure to meet you, milady.
So, from where do you hail, Alm?
I hail from a little place called Ram Village.
A village? You don't say. That's one of those places with all the cows and the barns and the fields, yes?
Yeah. Something like that.
My word. I hardly ever speak with villagers. What is it like to chase cows every day? I wager they bite, the nasty creatures. And yet you aren't smothered in manure. This is not what I pictured.
Right.
Claire, perhaps you should consider Alm's feelings in regards to his home.
His... Huh? Oh dear, have I done it again? It's as Clyde constantly reminds me. The deliverance is not like the Knights of Sophia. Not every soldier in our ranks is noble, but we must treat them all as equals. The peasant must forgive his lady for this gauche breach of etiquette.
It's all right. The peasants, whose name is Alm, will get over it.
Oh, Alm, I can see you are truly kind. Might I ask you more about your village later? I'm ever so curious.
Of course.
Splendid! I've always wanted to know more about cows and pigs and such.
Yes, they're amazing creatures.
Claire has joined your party.
Whew.
She is a mandatory party member.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Hey, what are you scheming? What? Nothing.
Gray's totally scheming something that totally won't lead to anything in the
Thank you
future.
for freeing us. I thought my time had come. You're new to the deliverance, right? Then you'll want to hear this.
Okay.
They say Mother Milla has disappeared from her temple. That's why Rigel was able to break the divine accord.
Why am I not
Which was
surprised?
supposed to prevent them from ever invading Sophia. I don't know how much of it's true, but it's disturbing nonetheless.
I mean, it makes sense. If she was, Oh, by the way, I headed to Ram Village here, mainly because there are a couple conversations I would like you to hear.
The school in town that I went to was closed because of the war. At first, I was glad to leave that place, return to the village, and kick back. Then I remembered how little there is to learn inside a small village. I never hated learning, per se. I just hated all the other hellish parts of attending school. The other students would hound me from sun's rise to set. Just a bunch of lonely little children desperate for friends. What? Don't grin at me like that. I mean it.
And then here's this
Are you
one.
used to all this fighting yet, Alm? You always were braver than me. I remember when we were children, and those knaves cornered us in the woods. You came to our rescue like a knight in shining armor. Look at you. You're blushing. But it's true. You've always been my knight, you know? Then and now.
It sounds a
My
lot.
word, can you believe it? The king murdered. What do you suppose happens now? He has no heirs, you know. Not anymore, I mean. They say Chancellor Desai himself murdered all of them in cold blood. Anyway, hope this deliverance knows who they'll be delivering to that throne.
Oh yeah, this guy, I don't know what he wants.
I heard what the knight said, but it sounds like a load of horse plop to me. Everyone knows it's Sophia's fault that Rigel invaded in the first place. King Lima refused to help the Regalian Empire during their famine, remember? And we all know the Emperor didn't take too kindly to that little slight. Such a shame. The kingdom and the Empire had been getting along so well. The king may be dead, but his choices live on. Ain't that always the way of it?
Oh yes, the embodiment of the consequences of your own actions. If you go, by the way, if you go to Myson's place, he's still not home. I wonder where he went. I went to the
Glorious victory.
I went to the Thieves Shrine and started grinding Claire. What you're about to see is my result of that. You're about to see everything I did with Claire. So,
Nothing will stop me.
what I was saying is, what you heard in Faye's voice kind of sounded a bit more like,
I'm simply terrible.
didn't sound, kind of sounded like a bit of trauma in that voice. I don't know how to describe it when she was talking about that day. It wasn't anything that someone who was talking to Om and calling that day would...
Interrupting post-commentary. If you can't tell what I'm doing, I am showing what I'm doing with Claire. Because you want to grind your new units as soon as you get them. I don't care if it's taking them into skirmishes on the map. They won't appear right now, but they will appear pretty soon. If you take them into new story missions right away, you're going to regret it.
Especially... Oh, a level for Claire.
I felt something, but it... I expected as much.
And now that guy is dead.
You make it look easy, Om.
But yeah, what I was saying is, what AEW has done, like sure, they've done a lot of good, they've had a lot of good matches, but they've also had a lot of bad ones, but that's not the point. Critical hit by Claire. I had some respect for him at the beginning because, yeah, they weren't really trying to be some sort of competition, even though they were airing on Wednesday nights. I think that a lot of it was TNT's kind of
I can read our foes like
idea to air. I think a lot of it was TNT's promotion of AEW.
Shall we then?
And whatnot, but
You need to heal.
then what they did was they started taking pop shots at WWE for no reason except it was fun. I'm not kidding, that's mainly the reason they did it. And then they wouldn't stop doing it. And then, like, later on in 2020, they started striking random creators.
Round up.
They got Christian Miracle, they got Plana Productions, they got a few others. And they did it for no reason, other than they couldn't take criticism. And then, earlier on in 2021, they struck Botchamania. They struck him down. And these weren't copyright claims. These were flat-out copyright strikes. And then they got Conman167, a channel that I said that I'm subscribed to. You should do that too. He's pretty good if you're a wrestling fan. He is a really good wrestling creator. I would highly recommend watching Conman167's content. But, and then the worst part is when people called him out on it, they were just like, "Oh no, it's just some random problem with our automated copyright system." No, it's not. Anyone who knows anything remotely anything about the YouTube copyright system knows that you cannot use a copyright strike with an automated bot. You can claim videos, but you can't strike a channel. Now you can do that manually, but not with an automated bot. So we knew it. So a lot of people knew AEW was lying. Now that's what made me lose all. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. Those are a lot of the reasons I don't watch AEW. Not their. Not the stuff they do in the ring, but a lot of the stuff they have done behind the scenes. They just don't be a jerk to your fans. Even WWE's not that mean about copyright policies. I mean, the most they'll do is block your video. But yeah, there's my rant on AEW and why I don't watch them.
You know what to do.
Why, thank you. Nothing will stop me.
You need to heal.
Nothing will stop me.
Rush the enemy.
Yeah, I had to use a turn wheel there because that did not go as planned. That was really good, Tobin. And you got a level up out of that. Unfortunately, it was one of those dreaded one-stat level ups. Yeah, in this game, they are very common. I didn't do a really good job of explaining level ups in the last episode. So let me see if I can do a good job of explaining it here. So, let me see if I can do some D&D explanations here. I'll use D&D logic here. We just got to level up, so
everything seems so much clearer.
yeah, excuse me. But in Fire Emblem, normally here's what happens. I'll be using stats from the later games
I'll never yield.
to kind of explain it. More specifically, Awakening onward, because that's all the games that I've played. My first Fire Emblem game was Fire Emblem Fates Birthright, and then Claire Mist. I think you know how this is gonna go. So, when you level up,
You know what to do.
the game rolls 2 d8s.
Can we talk about this?
D8 is to determine how many stats will level up, and one of them is to determine what stats will level up. The thing with that second D8 is it's pretty much random. Regardless on
Heal before you're dead.
how many stats it lands on, those stats are always random. So, and down goes Claire.
Oh dear, that was ill done. Forgive me, but I must withdraw.
Also, that's the last time. This game is the last time you hear that retreat theme.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm not going back to this particular. Actually, I did.
got this. Gather together.
And I used the roundup feed auto battle command. I forgot what I did in this battle. It's been a week. Bop. Bop.
I was taught by the best.
And battle over.
It's more fun when we barely escape with our lives, right?
Yeah, but I was kind of saying this is. Oh, who's this?
Claire, you're safe.
Oh, good day, Fernand. And what brings you here?
Oh, it's Fernand.
Did you even ask? When I heard you had been taken prisoner, I mounted my finest destrier and sped here at once. Sir Clive couldn't leave the hideout without its commander, of course. But I see I am a step behind regardless. Who is this rabble?
Are you talking about us?
They're not rabble, Fernand. This boy is Alm. He is the grandson of Sir Myson himself.
Myson's grandson? Lucas, I demand to know the meaning of this. You were ordered to find the general himself, not some newly child.
He was.
Sadly, Sir Myson was not so easily convinced. However, Alm and his friends have joined our cause in his stead. Is this some manner of folly to you, Lucas? Am I to be amused? Such base-born curs cannot possibly aid our cause. The deliverance has no place for brats with pitchforks. Fernand, you must listen to reason. These curs you so easily disparage fought valiantly for us.
Indeed,
In
they
fact,
did.
without Alm, we might not have retaken the southern outpost. I can vouch for their strength. As if the word of a backwater noble carries weight with me. Your entire house should be kissing the Knights of Sophia's feet.
I think that's enough. You can say whatever nasty things about me you like. I'll get over it. But Lucas deserves your respect.
I beg your pardon?
Exactly.
Do I look like a man who listens to the opinions of peasants?
Then you can listen to me because I happen to agree with him. Fernand, my brother already explained this to you, did he not?
Sir Clive, what exactly did he explain?
A soldier's worth is not determined by the station of his birth.
That's right.
If we do not all fight together as one, then we will never defeat Desai. Those are wise words. Unforgettable words. Desai's forces already have us at heel. Yet you would splinter us further?
Yeah, that's exactly what he would do.
You there, boy.
That's me, I take it?
Out of respect for Sir Clive, I will permit you to join the deliverance. But you will learn your place. Now, Claire, seeing as you are safe, you have no need for these people. Come, let us return. We must report this matter to Sir Clive at once.
I will do no such thing. I'm going with Alm.
Very well. Do as you please.
Wow, what a jerk! I've never met someone so rude. I guess we've been spoiled by Lucas. He nearly convinced me that swinish knights are the exception, not the rule. But that was a swine, all right.
You poor dears must be so upset. I apologize for the way he treated you.
Don't be silly. You don't have to lower yourself for a miserable human being like that.
Oh my.
Oh, great. Here
That
we
line was
go.
really good by
What?
Gray.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, regardless, please don't think ill of Fernand.
I told you
wasn't
Gray's
always
writing
like
was
this.
good.
The world changed him.
Indeed, the
Something
world
happened
did.
to him?
We live in trying times, and some things that transpire are difficult to put into words. In any case, we should be on our way.
Yeah, Fernand is an interesting character. If you play the Rise of the Deliverance DLC, which I highly recommend either looking it up or finding or trying to download it and buy it and play for yourself. He is a playable character in that. You get to see a different side of Fernand. That is until. And we actually learned what caused him to act the way he does. It's later revealed in one of the dialogues that we're going to hear that that the commoners around Fernand's land blamed him for the hunger for the lack of food that was going around, and then what they did was they attacked him. They attacked his manor and then killed his entire family. You don't need to tell me what that did.
You know what to do.
Especially since, if I remember correctly, I think he has a sister who's probably, I think he has a niece who's around 4 years old or something around that.
That resolves that.
I don't remember.
A palpable improvement.
I'd have to listen once again to that opening cutscene of Rise of the Deliverance, and maybe I'll correct it the next time I do a post-commentary episode, or
He's got nothing on me.
or the next episode, or episode 4. I mean, because episode 3 has already been recorded. I had to, for those of you who don't know, I had to split. For those of you who want to know, I for reasons being that it was pretty late in the. It was around 12:30 when I finished this episode that I am commentating over. We had to. Well, what am I saying? I had to record the final mission, and you will see what that is a bit later. I had to record that a bit later, like the next day. Critical hit. Oh, but that didn't do much. Is that all? I just thought of Zero Suit Samus. Another one of her tones is her being like, "Is that all?" Again, Claire is doubling. And she's out of here again. It keeps happening for some reason. I guess I didn't grind her as much as I thought I did. Well, especially since all those enemies kept going after her. I mean, that would also explain it. And then she had, like, no chance to evade it from what it sounded like. Either she had a chance, and the game rolled. Speaking of rolling, let me get back to the level up explanation that I had. So yeah, the game rolls 2d8s. 1d8 for how many stats will level up, and 1 is a random number d8. It's essentially a random number generator, but it is a d8. And that d8 determines what stats are going to be leveled up. But the thing is, as I mentioned, they are random.
I've got this.
They are random. Here's another support.
There you are, Om.
This one is between
Hello,
Faye
Faye.
and Om.
How's it going?
I'm doing just fine now. Seeing your face is always a bright spot in my day.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm glad it's not a low point.
Now, shall I head back out there and slay more of your enemies for you?
Slay enemies for me? I would hope you're doing it for a better reason than just me.
Oh, is that what you want? Because I'll do it. I'll fight for any cause you desire. Just promise you'll be watching, Om. Promise to look at me.
Faye, Look, just please be careful, alright?
Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on here.
Allow me. Just say the word.
Faye is an interesting character. Like if someone were to do kind of like a psychoanalysis type thing, starting from the beginning of the game onward, and I do mean the beginning of the game from when Slade attacked onward, because I do think that's when everything escalated. Also, Silk learned a new spell. I don't know which one it was. And a critical hit. But the stats that you get from a level up can be the following: strength, speed, magic, resistance, luck, HP, and a defense, and one more. I don't remember what it is.
That was invigorating. Well fought, everyone. The Deliverance's hideout is just a stone's throw away now. I'll send a messenger ahead to inform Sir Clive of our arrival. Let us make haste. I'm sure he'll be quite eager to meet you.
So fast. Where do you think you're going? Don't you know whose Halsey's is?
Say hello to one of my favorite characters in the entire game.
That's enough, Python. There's no call to play a trickery with our new recruits.
Lucas, you ginger stud. You still draw breath. I was worried Desai's dogs might have punched your ticket to the boneyard. So this sack of guts here must be Sir Grandson.
Yes, he's the one. Is Sir Clive about?
Yep, better shake your tail feathers. He's been waiting for you. Oh, hey, kid. I almost forgot.
Huh? What is it?
Terrors roam these halls.
Oh boy.
You best tread carefully.
Terrors? What are monsters like those doing in your hideout?
Well, to be fair, they technically got here first.
Yeah.
We're just sort of borrowing their catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, terrors spawn in greater numbers the closer you get to Milla's power. Counting them down only makes room for new ones, so we just let them be. Why the long face, stud? Don't think you can handle a few creepy crawlies? Because if not, I don't know how you're planning to fight for the Deliverance. I'm just japing you. Get going, yeah? Oh, and hold your nose. Terrors stink.
Great. Their hideout is guarded by an army of the dead.
You can kind of hear Gatekeeper in that.
Sir Clive's in the chamber way in the back.
And that's why, outside of Ohm's kind of analysis of this particular hideout, you don't see much of the exploration. Sorry, not sorry.
These sprawling catacombs were built as a resting place for Zophia's most distinguished families. But now, their halls are clogged with the stench of the dead. rotten corpses who have risen again as terrors.
Terrors are essentially if you play Fire Emblem Awakening, they are essentially the risen of this game. Or if you want to go into Fate's terminology, they are the faceless of this game, except they can actually detect people and they have faces.
Just leave it to me.
I just had to make that bad joke, sorry. So,
I've got this.
here's what we're doing.
Just say the word. Charge!
I am showing off only the battles of this particular hideout.
What do you call that?
Main reason, if I showed all of the exploration, this would go on forever because of lack of accessibility features, and we'd probably be here for 2 hours. Even though, in reality, I don't think it took that long. But yeah, this build I've given Silk is a really good one because she's got good defense now. She's really fast. Not only that, she can defend herself, which is something, unless you promote Lissa from Fire Emblem Awakening, she can't do. One thing I hate about the clerics in Awakening, they can't do anything, and if their staff breaks, unless you have some on standby, they ain't doing nothing. And not only that, they're very squishy. Yeah, you might have noticed I'm having a lot of units just go in. This is just like, these are just some battles that I did so we could, because I knew we were going to encounter these. And a critical hit.
There we go.
Yeah, at this stage, they don't. The terrorists don't give a lot of experience because they're pretty low level.
Damn, I'm good.
But we're gonna come across some that give out a whole lot of experience, and to be honest, I am looking forward to that because the more you fight,
Repent now. Reprehensible.
critical hit, the more experience you can get. Also, I say this a bit later on in the video, but one of my mantras for Fire Emblem is I would rather be over-leveled and over-prepared than under-leveled and not prepared at all. Especially in this game, because with the blind man strategy, some missions are incredibly challenging. You're gonna be great. You're gonna do just fine as long as you know what you're doing.
No safety required.
And the final boss of this game, from what I understand, is incredibly hard.
That's how it's done.
doing just fine.
Be saved.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention.
I was sent for a reason.
Another reason you desperately want to have Silk, a cleric, on your team. Oh, great. Another dreaded one stat level up. I've been getting a lot of these this episode. But another reason you want to have Silk on in your party as soon as possible. Magic costs HP.
Well,
And not only that, you're going to come across some units pretty soon, like right after that, right after the Thieves Hideout, that next mission with the guy with the shield. Pretty hard to do without a cleric. I tried it and failed. I didn't even go to the shrine.
gotcha. Very amusing. Full marks.
I wonder if you can do that with Silica. I need to try that. Yeah, fun fact, you can go to places like the Thieves Shrine, and you can actually see Silk, and they do have unique dialogue. If you don't recruit Silk. I do not recommend not recruiting Silk though. Because unlike in Gaiden, where Silica could recruit pretty much anyone Alm didn't, Silica can't. And I'm only going by knowledge that I have from YouTube videos. Also, that battle is over.
They never stood a chance.
No, they didn't. Yeah, this episode is very battle heavy, but it's also very commentary heavy as well. Anyway, they made it to where if you don't recruit Faye or Cliff, or both of them, you can actually go to Ram Village as Celica, which, by the way, not too much of a spoiler alert. In fact, it's pretty obvious. We're going to be playing as Celica pretty soon. I mean, I already said this in the game. But this game does tell the story of both Alm and Celica, so it was pretty obvious we were going to be playing as her.
Hey, leave some for me.
Now Cliff has got a speed up to the point where he can do 2 of those.
This is my strength.
Nice work. Yeah, pretty soon, you're about to find out why Python is one of my favorite characters. Oh, Gray can now promote to a new class.
I expected as much.
Nice work. Battle over. Player phase.
Charge!
Alright, let's do this. Lucas is up first, and he's going to wreck some noobs.
He's got nothing on me.
And Tobin levels up. 3 stats, that's good. And now Tobin can promote. Oh, just so you guys know. Oh! Critical hit. Yeah, just so you guys know.
Not bad.
There is no shame in leveling up your units to this point early on. You're gonna face tough enemies, and if you don't grind, you're gonna pay the price. Boom! Critical hit by Alm.
Please watch over me.
Here comes Claire. Oh no. Well, I have an idea of what that means.
You know what to do.
My gratitude.
Come at me, fools!
What I was trying to do there was move Gray into position, but I couldn't get him into the right position. I might have.
Okay,
Critical hit.
and we're done.
Battle over. So yeah, I didn't show this, but what happened was Claire suffered from the fatigue status, and what I had to do was retreat leave the hideout and return
Well, I thought I was the funny one.
by using the retreat option in the menu, which you can open by pressing X.
Allow me.
Just leave it to me.
The mother walks with me.
Come at me, fools! Stand back.
And here we go, support
Hey,
conversation
Tobe, how goes?
with Gray and Tobin.
It goes, I guess. Do you think you could sound a little less cheerful? I don't know. You tell me. Why did you have to... Huh? Never mind. Forget it. Wait, what did I do? Well, looky here.
Yeah, there's clearly something going on there. I was trying to see if anyone had combat arts. You'll see what that is later. There's one I've never been able to pull off.
You know what to do.
I just had enough and I was like, oh, forget it.
It's done.
I was taught by the best.
And nice work, Faye. Yeah, if it wasn't, I didn't really do a good job of, I didn't really say this, but Faye was added into this game. She was not in the original Gaiden.
You can't touch me.
I believe Fernand and another character we're about to meet was also added into this game as well.
It's hard being this good.
What do you call that?
Yeah, what do you call that? I'd call that a miss.
What will stop that?
Claire is doing really good now.
Nothing will stop me.
Battle over. Yeah, I encountered a lot of terrors in this particular part, and I was just like, you know what? Might as well show this off. It'll able to keep this episode going, but it'll be a good episode. It'll be pretty battle heavy as well.
I don't think so.
What do you call that?
Yeah, what do you call that outside of a terrible job at attacking Clark? Oh,
I can read our clothes
you
like
got
a
right.
book.
Nope.
I've had it.
Karina, go ahead.
Thank you.
I haven't been quiet. I'm just trying to think of things to talk about. I've kind of exhausted some of my topics. Well, a lot of them.
I've got this.
Allow me.
Stand back.
Meanwhile, my thought process: do I want Tobin to do that? And I'm like, I don't know.
What's wrong? Nothing personal.
He was gonna do it anyway. Might as well. I might as well just let him. Wouldn't have really done much in the grand scheme of things. Battle's over anyway. I believe this is the last one we've
Rush the
got.
enemy.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good episode. We've got a lot of things done, and now we're just trying to get to the back of the shrine. But as I mentioned, critical hit. But as I mentioned, I'm not going to show all the exploration of shrines and whatnot, mainly because it'll just take forever. And you just got wrecked.
Everything seems so much clearer.
And a good level up for Cliff. That was a pretty good level up, actually. I really can't complain.
You can't touch me.
No, you can't, actually.
Just say the word.
We're going to test out his new spell, which is lightning or thunder, if you want to get all technical. Thunder.
Give it up. Who do you
I was thinking of
think I
Superstar
am?
Saga there.
Just leave it to me.
Faye has not learned thunder yet. She does, however, learn it in the next part.
Look at that.
You know what to do.
And that guy has just been wrecked. Count Tobin out. Battle over. No, I actually think I can't remember which one is the last one. I think it's this one or maybe one more after that.
Charge! That was close.
It's been a week since I recorded this. Give me some slack, guys.
That's how it's done.
Nice. And again, as I mentioned, I don't really have any capture software, so I'm just kind of recording with what I have. I'm just kind of going with what I got. Kind of using what I have. It's not the best equipment in the world, but it works.
I can tell I'm getting stronger.
You are indeed getting stronger, Alm.
I thought I was the funny one.
You got wrecked by Silk, who's one of my best units right now.
I don't think so.
I wish I would. I'm not joking. Silk has become one of my best units in the game. Yep, this is the last fight. I don't need. When you are fatigued, your accuracy in the game will wait critical hit. When you're fatigued, your accuracy in this game becomes poor at best and abysmal at worst. Level up for Silk. And another 1 stat.
Just leave it to me.
Just say them.
Nothing will stop me.
And then I didn't really think of it because I was just like, oh, but she was able to
I expected as much.
eliminate that guy, so I mean it counted for something.
I've got this. Stand back.
My goal here was to get Faye her new spell. And she leveled up. And another 1 stat.
You know what to do.
I think she actually might have learned it there.
I do love a good fight.
Critical hit.
Damn, I'm good.
This will be over soon.
You bore me. Be gone.
I love that line.
You know what to do.
My gratitude.
I was debating whether or not I should auto battle it or what. retrospect, I probably should have auto-battled it.
Rush the enemy!
And then I decided to do it. Not even...
What's wrong?
Because I thought Faye might... I thought Claire, sorry, might finish it off there. But it had to come down to Lucas.
That was
I
invigorating.
may have pushed myself too hard.
And that's what I was fearing was the case. Yep, Claire's once again fatigued. But I figured, oh, we're nearing the end anyway, so I might as well just kind of push through it.
So I just entered the area that I needed to enter, and the only line that you missed was Clive saying, "Claire!"
Brother!
It gladdens me to see you safe.
Clive
I
is
couldn't bear
voiced,
to
and I
lose you on
mentioned,
top of everything else we have sacrificed.
and I mentioned this earlier. He is voiced by Grant George, the same person who voices. I mentioned this later. He voices Shinjiro Aragaki
All
in
many
Persona
others
3,
arrived before true
and
ill
that's
could
the
befall
only one
me.
I really know that he
You
voices.
must be Alm. I've been looking forward to this meeting.
Yes, sir.
Please, be at ease. Such formalities are not required here. You saved the life of my dear sister. This makes you a friend. My name is Clive, and as you must already know, I lead the deliverance. It's good to meet you, Alm.
Likewise, Clive. I can't believe it. That's the Clive, in the flesh and everything. What? Is he famous or something? Tobin, I am sorely disappointed in you. Sir Clive captains the Knights of Sophia. He's the finest knight in all the realm. Seriously, man, read a book. Okay, he's clearly a big deal. But then why is the finest knight in all the realm losing the war? Well, he's obviously... I mean, he... Shut up, Tobin.
How have we been faring, Clive?
Not well, I fear. We lost many good men when the outpost fell. Too many. The morale of our troops has taken an ill turn in kind. I was hoping to present Sir Myson to them to reignite their courage, but...
Please, don't judge my grandfather. I know he had his reasons, even if I don't know what they are. But I promise you that I'll fight every bit as hard as he would have, or harder. I just don't want you to think that... I mean, he's not...
Peace, Alm. I understand. None here would dare think your grandfather craven. That being said, I would beg a boon of you. The same one I was hoping to ask of Sir Myson, in fact.
Please, go on. If it's within my power, I'll do it.
Then I shall state it plain. I would like you to become the new leader of the deliverance.
What? I mean, what? I'm not a leader?
Clive, have you taken leave of your senses? This needs to happen, Fernand. You know it as well as I.
It's true the deliverance began as a group of like-minded Sophian knights, but it's grown into an army where most of our volunteers are of common birth. We share a cause, but little else. I know not how to speak to their hearts.
Sir Myson began as a common soldier before rising to a knight and a count. His story resonates with these people. Do you not agree that his grandson is just the banner they would rally to?
What fool would agree with that? If some ungrateful peasant won't heed your command, you sweep him aside. Think, Fernand. Are we so flush with soldiers that we can afford to drive able men away?
I, for one, think it's a fine idea.
You too?
Knights don't have a monopoly on skill, and Alm is as able a fighter as any. Clive has done all he can to hold the deliverance together thus far.
Exactly.
But if our ship is astray, then we must chart a new course. Alm is that course.
And Lucas has a valid
I'll
point.
rip that traitorous tongue from your throat.
Then you'll finally have the truth in your grasp.
One of my favorite lines in the entire game.
Outpost. Veteran men, yet dead all the same.
Lucas has had enough of Fernand's nonsense, and he is...
We must adapt so
And
we
he's
might end this
speaking up.
war as quickly
Fine.
as possible.
Please, just hold on a second. I know I said I would do anything in my power, but I can't...
I understand what you can and cannot do, Alm. My lieutenants and I would continue to handle day-to-day affairs. We only need you to do one thing. Lead. You
inspiring the troops and revitalizing the army. You are Sir Myson's grandson. I know you to be capable of such.
I'm not so sure.
Please, for me, for all of us. My brother tries to hide it, but I know the anxiety takes a toll on him. You can relieve him of at least a portion of that burden.
I want to, but... All right. If you think me worthy, then I won't let you down.
Are you certain? Then thank you, Alm. Thank you.
Just, please, keep your expectations low.
As you wish.
This could change everything. The boy will make a splendid leader. Simply splendid.
Without a doubt.
I've heard enough of this idiocy.
Fernand, what?
I only joined this damned army because you were leading it. And now you want me to take orders from some wretched farm child?
This is no mere farm child, Fernand. He has Sir Myson's blood.
Myson? Ha! Damn him and his blood. They may sing of him as a hero, but no one even knows what wench the man sprang from. His entire story is a disgrace to the Sophian nobility. You need to invoke the name of that old man to control your men? Pathetic. Enough! I lost my taste for this long ago. We were supposed to be a band of noble knights, united in purpose, upholding a tradition, restoring the old order to Sophia. Now, the deliverance is full of base-born serfs trying to lord over us. Like your Lieutenant Forsyth, or that Python, true to his name he is.
Hey, don't diss Python. He's one of my favorite characters.
Both of them have proven themselves on the battlefield time and again. Are you suggesting I deny my men fair reward for their achievements? What incentive would they have then? The damned army wouldn't function. Hear me, Fernand. Hear me well. I know you have your reasons for closing your heart to the common folk.
And they are good reasons.
But please, for the sake of our ideals, you must think beyond them.
No, Clive, I will not.
I should say they are...
die than kneel to some whelp who was birthed in the hay.
I should say there are good reasons in his mind. There are also very tragic reasons.
Today, we part ways for good and all. I am finished with you and your deliverance. Farewell.
Fernand, wait!
Clive, shouldn't you go after him?
No. I knew this was coming. We've had no shortage of clashes lately. I cannot force him to see things as I do. So, well, perhaps it's better this way.
Clive, I know it's not much in the way of comfort, but I'll do my best.
Thank you, Alm. We shall march on Sophia Castle just as soon as you feel we are prepared. I suppose you must still have many questions about the deliverance. Feel free to ask around to any of the soldiers here.
Clive has joined your party. From now on, we are returning to live commentary. And I should say that Lucas's line where, after Fernand said he would cut that traitor's treacherous tongue from his throat, and Lucas says, then you will finally have the truth in your grasp, that is one of my favorite lines in the entire game. Oh, Gray can change classes already. Might as well. People are gonna get mad at me for grinding this hard, but I personally don't care.
Well, here goes nothing.
And so can Tobin. Me personally, I would rather be over-leveled and over-prepared than under-leveled and not prepared at all. Especially since some of the challenges with the, what I like to call blind man strategy of Fire Emblem can be,
I can do this.
pretty tough.
I can do this.
Let's talk with people. Who's this?
Greetings, friends.
Hello.
The Deliverance welcomes you. I am Forsyth, Sir Clive's lieutenant and advisor. Together, let us take back the castle and return Sophia to her people.
You already know what I'm gonna say. Get in my party. There are two other people to talk to, and I do think we should.
Sir Clive's lover, Lady Matilda, used to fight by his side in the Knights of Sophia. She was every inch as strong as him and clever as an old cat to boot. But Desai took her captive and now keeps her locked up in his fortress. He's made many attempts to use her as leverage to force our surrender. But still, Sir Clive refuses to submit. One day Desai will tire of these games, and then she'll be in peril most dire. Knowing this, Sir Clive grows less bold as the days pass. Who can blame him?
And now you have one of the reasons why Clive chose us as the leader.
He can't
All
really
the
do it
stress is
anymore.
catching up to him. He can't really do this anymore.
Exactly.
Fernand's hatred for commoners is understandable.
Oh, hi, Patrick Seitz.
The peasants living on his lands were starving because of the drought. They blamed Fernand for not providing for them and stormed his manor. His family died during the attack. Truly, a terrible thing.
I think he had someone living there in his... you'll learn in Rise of the Deliverance, which is a DLC for this game, that one of his sisters was like 4 years old, I think. So yes, that is tragic, but we're not done here yet.
Sophia Castle. We must wrest the castle from the Chancellor's grasp. Lead us well, Alm. I'll do my best. Heading off, are we? Well, take care. Don't let the tears bite. Huh? Am I coming with you? Well, I could, but I don't have to. How's about I just let you decide?
Python, you're one of my favorite characters in this game. Get in my party.
He has some of the best quotes in the entire game.
This is one of the few times I'm showing saving the game from now on, because that's the last time you do that. That's the last time you approach that specific area when you enter the Deliverance hideout. Now we're going to storm Sophia Castle.
Oh, hi, Dan Warren.
I wonder who built this throne. It is marvelously comfortable. Why did I let it be wasted on that incompetent fool Lima for so long? Soon, the Regalian Empire will finish its conquest of Valentia. And then I will rule from this throne as King of Sophia. But first, I must crush those worms in the rebel army. And worms they are. You squash the blasted things into the muck, yet still more take their place. And now they dare march on the castle? They will pay for this insult in blood. I must know what or who gave them this second wind.
Forgive me, Chancellor Desai. We've captured a rebel in the forest. It's Fernand, sir.
What? But Fernand is Clive's right-hand man. Why would he be wandering the woods without a detachment?
March, prisoner!
Unhand me! I have cleansed myself of those rebel scum.
What's this? Am I to believe you have left your precious deliverance? Deliverance? Yes, well, it seems you have a story to tell. My ears are yours, Sir Fernand.
Also, Desai is voiced by Darren Warren. really good voice actor.
I go
What?
into more detail in part 3.
Myson's grandson?
Indeed, Clyde has thrown all of our ideals at the feet of the unworthy. He's made the boy a figurehead just to leverage some decrepit hero's name. Well, I say, damn them all. There. You have my story. Now kill me and be done with it.
But this doesn't make sense. Myson didn't have any. Ah. Now I see this for what it is. Rudolph, you villainous dastard. Huh?
Remember that line for later.
Foreshadowing.
Silence. When I address you, you'll know it. I have decided your fate, Fernand. Killing you would be wasteful. Come with me. I will introduce you to your new master. A master more befitting of your ideals.
New master? Wait! Explain yourself!
You hear that?
Do you hear that?
I do.
Sounds like a theme song.
It does. Yes. One of the best villains in the entire series.
One of my favorite villains in all of Fire Emblem has arrived. Lord Berkut. One of the best sympathetic villains of all time, in my opinion. Yes.
Sophia Castle. We're finally here.
Thanks to you, Alma. You should hold your head high as you command us on this great day.
It will be a great day, won't it? Fellow soldiers, fight with me. Today, Sophia's people reclaim her castle and her pride.
We will see that happen in part 3.